Hi, guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I'll be doing my spoiler filled episode review for the latest episode of AMC's The Walking Dead. Now, before I go on, of course, like I just said a moment ago, this is a spoiler filled episode review. If you're not caught up on The Walking Dead by this episode or the past couple of episodes, don't keep watching or listening as I will be going into spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Great episode, solid stuff. I felt like it was a healthy blend of drama and action. Like the stuff at Hilltop was very exciting, like the tree caving in on the wall of the colony. It's a little unclear if that was an accident, but it was most likely the work of the Whisperers in an attempt to throw their enemies off balance and make them uneasy and frightened, and I think that tactic is working. But this episode had a fair amount of interesting character drama to it, like Ezekiel's struggling to cope with the loss of Henry and pretty much everything else that was important to him, sharing an unexpected yet kind of passionate kiss with Michonne. And then, of course, Negan and Lydia's story in this episode was awesome. I mean, this was like the first time in the series since we've met Negan that he has actually expressed or showed remorse at killing someone. Because most of the time when he kills someone, he either saw it as a necessity or he did it for fun because it gave him pleasure. This time he actually regretted it. And yes, obviously it wasn't out of malice. It was, it was an accident. He was just trying to get the highwaywoman off of Lydia, and then ended up throwing her so hard against the wall she cracked her skull and died. Which was a bummer too, because that's one less highwayman for us now. Apparently her name was Margot, but hopefully there are more of them out there where we just don't see them wearing their blue cavalry uniforms. But Angela King did promise that more highwayman stuff was coming. I'm sorry, I know I'm emphasizing a lot on this. It's just they were really unexpected, enjoyable characters from last season, and I really hope we see more of them as this season goes on. Anyway, but I loved how this episode also demonstrated or showed us why this show is so good in the first place. Complex characters in appalling situations. Perfect example. Negan, ex-tyrant, trying so badly to fit in, tries to do the right thing, or he does the right thing, but it has unfortunate, deadly consequences. And now, of course, people want him dead more than ever, even though what he was doing was the right thing. And even Daryl and Michonne could see that. But they're stuck in a very delicate position as leaders of their community as to what to do with him. And, it just made for awesome dialogue scenes between, like, Negan and Daryl and Michonne. And then, there's some great council scenes between Gabriel, Sadiq, and, everybody else on the council. The stuff with Michonne and Ezekiel was great. Like, characters relating to one another based on similar experiences in past and shared or mutual trauma, just really brings people closer together, not just in TV, but in real life as well. And this episode did a good job of that. Oh my God, I love the scene where Judith is fighting and killing walkers exactly like her mother, side by side with Michonne, and they're both holding their swords exactly the same way. That was bitchin'. I loved that very much. Oh man, just a solid episode overall. And now Negan is out. Somebody has let him loose. I think Lydia was just looking for an excuse to isolate herself from the community, which is why she told Daryl, yeah, it was me. Even though for a split second I believed her, but then I thought, no, I don't think so. And that was, of course, just confirmed by Daryl when he said that he was keeping watch all night and she didn't leave the house at all. So, and I'm also curious as to who's writing the graffiti for Silence the Whisperers. It's most likely someone who lost, who was very close to one of the many victims from last season's horrible massacre with the heads on the pike scene. And I wonder if they cut Negan loose because of that, or maybe they have their own plans or intentions for Negan. Who knows? It's difficult to say. But I really enjoyed this episode. It was a good balance between drama and action and excitement. And I'm really looking forward to what happens next. Especially now that Negan is out and loose out in the world. And this time, I don't think he's going to go in that cage so easily or willingly if they catch up to him. So we'll just see next week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of The Walking Dead as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more review videos like this one. What did you think of this episode? I want to hear your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your night. The Walking Dead airs new episodes every Sunday night on AMC. Don't miss it. Okay, guys, take care. Have a good night. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.